Alright guys, welcome to Antiga Shipyard, and over here on the left-hand side of the map we have our purple Zerg player hailing from Team Empire, that is Violet. And his opponent and challenger this week in IPL Fight Club, and up 3-2, is our blue Terran player from OGS, it is the STC.
Yeah, he's been playing really solid this entire series here. I mean, Violet's been able to surprise him with a couple attacks here and there, but overall he has kind of remained solid. I mean, that's kind of his reputation, though. He's kind of known as one of those players that's very hard to break. And
yep.
I didn't really see it myself until recently, but I got to say, the way he's playing recently has been impressing me.
Yes, he has been showing up. We're slowly drawing you towards that bandwagon. We're getting you closer. We're coaxing you. We're telling you there's free candy on board, and we'll get you on there. That's
right. Although, you know, the bandwagon, sometimes it's okay. But what if it rains and the bandwagon is open on top?
Well, STC's bandwagon is enclosed and has party favors inside.
Is it a battle cruiser wagon?
It's
battle wagon.
It's not as much a battle cruiser wagon so much as it is just a giant Thor.
Oh,
yes.
All right.
It's pretty cool.
I'd ride that, I guess.
Yeah.
Why not?
Candy.
Barracks on the low ground. It's close enough that maybe you could consider it a Makarax, but it's still not quite near enough to the minerals, I think, to be a true Makarax.
Yes.
So it's a Maka-ish Rax.
I think it would be back there or something like that if it was a real Makarax.
It's close. It's close.
We give him an A for effort.
Yeah.
I mean, it's...
Give maybe like a 6 or 7 out of 10 in terms of like how Makarax it is.
Yeah. East German judge gives him a 5, but it's okay.
Yes.
All right.
He's still sticking around after all these years, I guess.
He's just holding on, giving people bad scores, man.
This is the last judging job I'll ever have.
Let's see here now. As Violet floating across with his Overlord, he'll pick up on his opponent pretty quickly. Players do know that it is cross spawns, and they're actually using a version of the map with the gold mineral patches there. So
version?
Maybe so, but then they just lucked into cross spawns apparently. So
I don't know. You know, we give them the map pool.
Yep.
Sometimes they use it, sometimes they don't.
We had a Tournament of Champions. Shattered Temple's nowhere in our Tournament of Champions map pool. They decided to play it. I forgot who the matchup was, but we were like,
was it Cloud Kingdom?
Whatever. So, I know Cloud Kingdom is in the map pool. So,
for tournament? Oh, I thought you meant TAC.
Oh, they did that as well in TAC.
Yeah,
so
finals. Yeah.
Yep. They did that in TAC as well.
Craziness. Yeah.
Insane. But let's see here, as Violet is going to have enough for Spielings right away, in addition to a couple of Queens coming out at about the same time. And we'll see how many he starts. Already a command center being built on the low ground, and STC going up into double gas. So after that quick expansion, this is, we saw before he did a variety of this where he decided just to go into one refinery afterwards. Still got that factory a little bit later, but in this case, he'll be able to put it up very quickly.
Yeah. Definitely. Nice Overlord positioning by Violet there. He's ready to move in there and scout when he needs to. Usually you see a lot of people Overlord scout kind of around like the 5.5 minute mark. It's a good time to get in there and kind of see your opponent's early tech, so we'll have to see when he's saving that Overlord for. And a Spine Crawler going down for Violet as well. So, yeah, just kind of staying safe. Nothing wrong at all with that. Probably going to see him go into a little bit more of a macro game, it seems like, this time around.
This is a little more standard TVZ than what we've seen in the past few games. I mean, this one kind of makes sense. Relatively fast expansion into reactor Hellions off of 2 gas. Just 1 drone left on gas now for Violet as he slowly builds up that gas, but has enough to get early Zergling speed.
Yep. And the Creep Tumor and the Spine Crawler making friends, it looks like, back there.
That's true.
It's kind of cuddling.
Yes. We don't usually talk about it, but...
I've got a bunch of, purple bubbles on me, and the Spine Crawler's like, I've got a big spine.
Oh, see you later, dude. Oh. No, we can't be apart. We cannot be apart.
He likes that other one better, you know?
I guess so,
like, all right. Creep Tumor 2.0, you and me, baby.
So here's the real question. Are these both the same Creep Tumor?
I don't know, man. It's kind of like a clone.
That?
It's kind of a clone.
Yes.
Ooh, look at this. Roach Warren on the way from Violet. So maybe we are going to see something similar to what we saw last game. A lot of links being produced as well. He is making a few more drones along with this, so this may be kind of light Roach pressure, or he may even just be making a few for defensive purposes, but That is a lot of Lings out early on here.
I was thinking it was going to be more defensive, or hoping, I suppose, is the right word, that it was going to be more defensive.
Well, he's getting in there. Will he be able to get us around on one of those Hellions? He does manage to catch one.
Yeah, is he going to make his way up the ramp? No, going right after a couple of SCVs, not been able to pick off any of those quite yet, but he has disrupted mining for a pretty long period of time, certainly with the Hellion he killed as well, justified the cost of those Zerglings.
He's got a lot saved up for Roaches, too, and here they come. 4 on the way right now. How
many
will he make? 8. Yep.
Oh, God.
Will he make a 9th?
Let's see.
It's not a big deal at all, but no, he doesn't make a 9th, Roach.
Oh, God.
He makes a Baneling nest. All right, so it is going to be basically the same build that we saw last time. Roach, Baneling, Ling all in here from Empire.viOLet.
Here's what Violet's got going for him. At this time of the game last go-around, STC only made 4 Hellions and immediately went over to Siege Tank production. This time, no. Violet did in fact see that there were still Hellions that were popping out, that there wasn't a lot sitting there in terms of defense, so he's going to be a lot more fortunate this time.
Well, we saw just how important that Siege Tank was for STC last game, and this game, like you mentioned, he's not going to have it. So Violet now managing to pick off a couple Hellions as well on his way out. And yeah, it's a good idea to try to kill those Zerglings, but better idea to run away and just not get your Hellions surrounded like that.
And get them surrounded he has, as last couple of Hellions are going to fall. There is a full wall up at the front. Our Banelings are morphing in right now. There's 13 of them.
Yeah, and the nice thing too is he was able to use a lot of his injured Zerglings to make Banelings too, so nice kind of recycling there.
And unfortunately not going to be able to get anything going up in the front.
Pull those Lings back.
Violet already doing a little bit of damage, just starting with the Roaches now. STC does not know that there are Banelings behind us, but now he will. Rolling right up the front. The bunkers do not stand a chance. The others aren't going to get finished. A lot of workers getting killed. This is a lot more successful for Violet.
Yeah, I'd say it's working out pretty well. Banelings coming up the ramp right now. He could potentially target fire those, which he does. And so it looks like the Natural is going to be taking the brunt of the damage here.
Yes. Let's see, there's one Baneling left, and Roaches are just going to town on this orbital command. There's not a ton of units sitting around for the STC. He is down to 24 workers now, and basically losing all of his infrastructure up at the front. Yeah,
I mean, just killing all these depots, killing off all the buildings of the Natural like this is just as good at getting into the main. You set your opponent so far behind. Yeah, look at that supply blocking the STC there. And he might just decide to kill this factory. Yeah, I think he will.
Yeah, very smart decision. Forces it to lift off. We do have one tank out there, but of course, no siege mode in sight. And Violet's actually expanding, attacking behind this, so he will be content with the damage he has done eventually.
Still going to kill the Roaches.
And unfortunately just going to be able to pick off a couple more of those Marines, but still doing damage. Very nice, containing his opponent at least.
Yeah, and now drones coming out behind this for Violet. So, you know, what was kind of intended as an all-in now becomes something that he's going to try to macro out of a little bit. He's done enough damage to his opponent that his all-in has kind of become not all-in because his opponent is at the same position he has. In fact, he's a bit behind. 55 drones to 27 SCVs. Yeah, droned up really heavily beyond those initial units once he saw that he wasn't going to be able to get in and end the game right away.
Sitting on those double evolution chambers, got some spine crawlers coming up just to make sure that drops won't kill him. As we can already see, STC is going to pretty heavily drop, but Roaches are waddling their way back.
Yep. And we'll see if he gets there in time. Looks like he might take a little bit of damage from this.
Let's see now. We already have a Queen going after this, buffering a little bit of the damage. Takes a little bit, protecting the drones. Very nice. Only 2 drones have gone down. STC forced to pick up and move away. Hasn't done a ton of damage. On the left-hand side, though, STC trying to drop again. Should have been picked up by Violet if he was watching the minimap, and looks like he is coming back.
Yeah, Violet was already so well prepared for this, having 2 spine crawlers in position already. And, you know, he's actually going to lose a lot of these Lings here. I guess it will kill the drop, but not quite as efficient as it could have been.
No, but last couple of Marines do go down. STC
One
picks
lives.
up again. Looks like STC tried to drop once again, but the Roaches were already in position to take that out.
Yep, no problem at all. 1-1 about to finish here for Violet. Might go for a bit of a counterattack here.
And we'll see if Violet pulls some units back. He's going to have to here in just a second. No, now finally dropping onto this little space here in the low ground so he can pick off an Overlord. Kind of a cute decision there. It also allows him to heal up his Marines.
Zerglings are like, if only we could jump down. Oh, doesn't matter though. A little bit of a counterattack, but it's not going to do a whole lot. Maybe picks off a couple SCVs.
Yeah, that's about it. All. So let's see, STC trying to put up a third base now and make his way back into this. There are some roaches sitting on the high ground there.
Violet saving up a lot of resources here. He starts 2-2, but what are we going to see out of him here? He's got his macro hatchery finishing right now. I'd imagine we have to see some sort of tech unless he's just going to make a ton more roaches and zerglings and banelings out of this or something like that. Go for maybe just a 2-2. Okay, there's the infestation pit. That makes a little bit more sense now.
Well, we'll see if STC is able to macro his way back into this or continue to do so. Right now, the army isn't that threatening for Violet until he adds in those banelings, 2-2 finishes, and the infestors come up. So we'll see if STC can get any damage done. He has finished up his third base. He's turning that into an orbital command to lift that over in just a bit.
Yep. And we'll have to see. STC kind of scrambling here to do some sort of damage. It's going to be very tough for him to take a third base or anything like that against what Violet is doing. He's got some good seed tank positioning, though, that's for sure.
That's really nice. We'll see if he can make anything of it. Violet setting up for a big flank. As soon as that goes down, he is going to make his way in. STC backs himself up into a corner, though. A couple of siege tanks do get some decent kills, but now they're all dead, and it's just Marines that are remaining, and this is going to get totally cleaned up.
Should be about it for that attack.
Yeah.
Getting owned pretty hard there. 2-2, getting ever closer to finishing for the STC, or for Violet rather. STC not doing a whole lot, even with that drop as well.
Yeah. Let's see here, though, as some Zerglings are waiting for that as well. He's sitting on 73 drones right now. Pathogen Glands is now at the moment where he can start putting up a bunch of infestors, and he'll have Pathogen Glands ready to go. He does only have 2 larvae, though, waiting for another inject to finish up, and he'll be able to put up a lot of infestors.
Yeah, STC is trying to take his third, but we'll have to see how long Violet kind of wants to let him get away with that.
Yeah. Nice Zergling parked underneath it. Delaying that for so long, definitely justifying the cost of that Zergling. There we go. 7 infestors coming up now.
7 on the way. Another big Roachling attack coming in, and he might be able to just kill the army right here. In fact, he will.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some Marines on the high ground, but that should be enough Zerglings to finish this up, and we may actually just see a GG right here from the STC. Might try to make his opponent break his natural before it happens, though.
Yeah. And looks like he is just going to flood his way through because the depots are down and there's gaps in the wall. And the infestors haven't even trundled their way up there, and this is working out well enough just basically on pure lings. He does have a couple of roaches behind this, but it's primarily those lings that are doing damage now.
Yeah, you know, actually this attack didn't go as badly for the STC as it could have. He lost some stuff, but overall kept things going pretty well, but the reinforcements from Violet might be enough to kind of clean things up. That tank on the high ground certainly doing work.
28 kills
already.
Wow.
Commander tank.
Yeah, very nice. 32 kills and continuing to go up now, but the tanks are getting picked off one by one. 59 supply to 147. More links just filtering in. And like I said, he has a poor 41 kill tank.
Well, yeah, didn't do bad. But the flood cannot be stopped here. The infestor's like, we don't even need to get there, really. What are we going to do, you know?
Looks like they were stopping a drop, actually. That's what was happening. They were stopping a drop, but there it is. Hey, we're tied up again.